first couple of weeks. Last night, you got some results. What's the difference?
One, to get an easy basket early. Obviously, when you come into a new situation and, coaches said what he expected me to do in a low post to help the team, you tend to press a little bit. And there's no question that I've been trying to press to make a shot early. And sometimes when you do that, and it's almost a natural thing for a professional athlete, you know what you're capable of doing, but sometimes you try to overemphasize, what you should be doing, and it doesn't really pan out for you. But you just keep working at practice, and when the games come, you try to do the things necessary to get yourself going. One thing about last night, getting the early dunk really kind of slowed my mind down. I wasn't trying to figure out, 100 miles an hour where I can get to a good spot to get that shot off and make that easy shot. And the good thing too about this team is that they keep looking. Coach has told me time and time again, so I don't care about you struggling. I'm gonna keep going to you, and that shows a lot of trust that he has in me and my teammates as well, that they have in me. And I have no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna continue to work. And once I hit that comfort zone, I think you guys can see what he's been talking about.
You seem to be, more adept at guard and point guards. It was something that you didn't really do that much until the playoffs, and you did it well. Is this a thing now? Is this something you're going to be called on to do regularly?
Well, obviously my role has changed from last year. So whenever I get in the game, whether I'm out there guarding the 1, 2, 3, or 4, I know I have to go out there and do that job to the best of my ability.
Is there, any excitement about having to guard a guy like Westbrook, who's probably closer to your size than most other point guards?
Height-wise, probably a little easier than Tony Parker or Chris Paul, but I'm definitely looking forward to that challenge. Obviously, I'll probably be more matched up with somebody like Durant, but if I'm on Westbrook, then step into the challenge.
So another good test for you guys tomorrow. What do you see in Oklahoma City?
Very good basketball team, obviously. Well coached. 2 home run hitters in the middle of their lineup. 2 guys that we're going to have to deal with. It's going to be important to take care of the basketball and execute our offense, but it's definitely a challenge playing, that team with those guys, no matter where you're playing.
You talk a lot about no matter who the defender is, guys like Durant and Russ can go off on anybody, but do you feel the way you guys are playing defense and with Iguodala in play, do you maybe have a better matchup this year?
Well, in all honesty, we had a good matchup last year. I mean, when you're talking about Clay and Harrison, their ability to defend, size, and now we added another guy that can, try to make them work. And Andre, that's a elite defender. At the end of the day, the guy is that good. So it really doesn't matter. We just got to make sure we do our job collectively and follow game plan discipline and put ourselves in position to be successful.
Amped up to play at home. I think we have a lot of pieces, and tomorrow's going to be a big test for us. OKC's obviously been on top for a while, so it'll be a chance for us to see where we are in the West.
You guys are into making statements and sending messages. Is that something you guys want to do?
We're not into giving any extra motivation to them, but we're definitely trying to go out there and play well and let them know that we're here.
Is there a segment in your guys' minds where you're like, well, we really haven't beaten anybody yet. Let's see how we do against OKC first?
We don't look at it like that. I mean, in this league, anyone can beat anyone on a given night. So our biggest thing every day is to try to go out there and compete.
But all in all, it's one of the best group of guys away from basketball that I've ever seen, which makes it easier on the basketball court to get along because we genuinely like each other and it shows up in the games.
But you got Iguodala added into the mix, and he likes to move the ball around. 11 assists last night.
Right. A lot of it, again, I think, the part of this is that I think the general public and maybe even you guys don't quite understand is that when you sit in professional sports, especially basketball, when teams don't necessarily get along, it tends to show up on the court. And I think that's the thing you got to really evaluate about this team, that we sit around a lot, not only in the locker room, but we do a lot of stuff on the road together, dinners at home, and that's not the norm. And I think for us to be a really good team and compete for the ultimate goal that we're trying to compete to, these are the things that really is going to compel us to the next level. Even when things get tough, because that's the time when teams tend to go their separate ways when they don't necessarily like each other. When the times get tough. But I don't have those words about this team. These guys are very compelled at who they are and what they can do, and we're looking forward to the task.
Is there a ringleader or two that does that? Calls people up in the road and say, hey, let's all get together? And or is it just sort of
It's been a little bit of everybody, to be quite honest. And we've even started playing video games on the plane, believe it or not. It brought me out of retirement from playing video games, and so it's just one of those things that, you know, we believe in staying together, and I think that is a direct reflection of Mark Jackson.
Who's the best at 2K14?
Basketball isn't the thing on the
Really?
you know, this is our life, so we want to do something different. So, you know, right now it's Madden, and right now I'm number one right now. Yeah.